Well, here we go again. It's the pre-game. Bristol Rovers taking on Wrexham at the Stoke Kairas. It's match day 43. Yeah, we've got 42 games under our belts, 4 to go. This is number 43, and after this, only one more at the Stoke Kairas. Yes, the fun is coming to an end, but the nail-biting continues, and we are alive at this end of the season, which is what we hoped for when this season began. But I'll tell you, welcome in. It's great to see you. Don't forget, watch along on the weekend. Be there again, because I really look forward to you being there. I know all your names, yeah? I know you. The Maria McConnells, the Di Humphreys, yeah? The Phil J. Westons, yeah? The Max Boswells, the Nanda Bortaks. I could go on and on and on, yeah? But I know all of you, and I look forward to seeing you right there in the chats when I'm looking right there covering the game. And I hope you do have fun. And I do appreciate the kind words that you bring to the channel and all the great comments that you drop down below. So keep dropping them down below and like, subscribe, and push this channel as hard as you can, because YouTube is noticing your actions. Let's continue that. Now, on this one, we got a lot to get through. The prediction is coming later, match prediction. If you've never been here before, well, hey, Bristol fans, get ready and hold on. There's news here for you. There's news here for Wrexham. I tell you, there's news here for the neutral, but the prediction comes later. Coming soon, we're going to look at the league losses for Wrexham. We'll also look at the table very shortly and League One top 6 and relegation focus as well. Then we'll take a look at the season in lights. We'll update you on the 8 games to glory with all 4 teams. Yes, and that really does tell a story. That's coming up very shortly. We'll take a look at the watch-along news as well, the head-to-head, and news about Birmingham City, if you didn't know. They poke fun at us for being Hollywood. Well, Birmingham's bringing a documentary this summer, and it's all about their recent promotion. So hail the champions. They're bringing a promotion. No more poking fun at us, calling us Hollywood, Birmingham. I'm only saying that in fun, yeah? I'm only saying that in fun. Don't forget, after the watch-along, there will be a post-match wrap. And I said this last week at the watch-along. This is what I said at the watch-along. Also, after that, we're going to go straight into League One and top 6 relegation focus. Welcome in, my friend. Get ready. It's great to see you. And don't forget, this watch-along on the weekend is so passionate. Let's go. League One, top 6. But this is what I said last weekend, and it came true. Burton, 39 points, just 3 points behind Bristol Rovers. They get the win today. Bristol Rovers lose today. Burton Albion are out the drop zone. Wigan Athletic, you're 47 points at the moment. Honestly, you're 5 points above Bristol Rovers. You're not a threat to the relegation zone. You're a threat to your nervous system. That's about all. So there you go. Burton Albion did jump out. Bristol Rovers are in the bottom 4, and they're going to be relegated. And the last few games for Bristol, not favourable. They are definitely going to go down. Now, a couple of things before we get to the table and Wrexham's losses on the season, and to whom. Just remember this, 6 undefeated so far, and I'm telling you now, Wrexham have become hard to beat, yeah? Especially when you got Ian O'Connell with 21 clean sheets and your man Maxi Clough with 19, yeah? I tell you what, but they've become hard to beat. You might not play the way you want all the time, but it's one thing to lose games and it's another thing to become hard to beat. And Wrexham are definitely tough to beat, no doubt about it. Only 4 goals against in the last 10, 8 clean sheets in the last 10. I mean, are you hearing the numbers? That's promotion form. That's promotion form. And it's time for a resounding victory against Bristol Rovers. It's time for Wrexham to really have a big day at home when it's most needed. Take a look at the League One table and the losses right now. So, my friend, that is the match this weekend. Wrexham taking on Bristol Rovers. I tell you what, let's take a look briefly at what the table looked like last weekend before the matches started. Let's take a look at the table now after those matches. I tell you what, it tells a story. Wrexham's still in second and the fight is on. Wycombe are coming fast, but I think time might be running out. Let's take a look at the losses before we move along on the season for Wrexham. Take a look at that. And yes, if you look closely, someone did the double over Wrexham on the season, and that was Stevenage. But remember, this weekend, it's going to be a massive game. We've got to get 3 points up the town. So, yeah, Stevenage has done us twice this season. Who'd have thought, hey? 3-2 and 1-0. But fair dues. 6 points out of 6 we lost. Just imagine 3 more points for Wrexham right now. Put that through your mind. We got 3 more points. We won one of those games. What difference that would make right now? We'd be 4 points ahead. It's just one. That one match could make so much difference. But this weekend, I'm feeling there's going to be a change in the table again. I'm feeling there's going to be another earthquake. Just wait for it to happen. But talking about Bristol Rovers, before we get to 4 teams hunting second spot, lovely segment coming up. 4 teams hunting second spot. You're going to enjoy this one. But talking about Bristol coach, and he's got a lovely name, Inigo Calderon, yeah? He hasn't been there long. December. 22 matches in, 6 wins, 2 draws, 14 losses. 6 losses back to back. He's not going to save them. The form hasn't changed. It's been the same sort of form all season. Lots of losses and a couple of games they string together where they don't lose, they win and draw, but then they slip back into that losing streak. And it's been losing streaks all season long, especially right now, 6 back to back. It looks like it could be worse. And I'm guaranteeing you they're going to go down. They scored 3 times in 6 losses, conceding 13. Can you see the numbers? They don't score many, but they do concede a bag load. The last time they won away on the road was months ago, back in January, against Cambridge. They don't take much on the road. 3 wins all season away from home, 9 at home. They play better at home than they do on the road. But Bristol, for my money, are definitely going to go down. And you have to say, with a team like Wrexham, the form they have at home, 15-4-2, can you see Bristol getting something here? Because I can't. But wait for the prediction. You'll get to see that. But now I want to take it into a great segment. 4 teams hunting second spot. Come with me. You'll really enjoy this. Remember, like, subscribe, join the family, get into this. And wherever you are around the world, I want to see you in the chat on the weekend. And every time you come in, you got to tell me what town, what city you're living in. That's the point of it. 4 teams hunting second spot. Come on, let's go. So, my friend, that's the game this weekend. Wrexham taking on Bristol Rovers. 3 points is imperative. A win is imperative. We have to get it over the line. Now, before we go anywhere, looking at Wrexham from the very beginning, the 8 games to glory. That's what it looked like. And those 3 matches highlighted in red, those were what I said were the toughest of all those 8 matches. Looking at what we've got so far, well, Wrexham's taken 8 points out of 12. Pretty fair, 66.66%. And I'm saying 9 more points, and it's done. Let's take a look at Wycombe Wanderers. There you go. 7 out of 12 points, not as many as Wrexham. And they're stuttering, and they will stutter. They've got 2 wins back-to-back, but they need 10 points, in my opinion, to get to second spot and own it outright. Stockport County is the next guys we're going to look at. They've taken 12 from 12. They're on fire. They're on fire. They need 14 points for promotion. Will they get it? But they are on fire right now. And finally, Charlton Athletic under Nathan Jones. They've taken 10 from 12. They need 15 points, in my opinion, for promotion. So as you can see, looking at what Wrexham have got and what they still need, Wrexham are in a good place. It may well end as an anticlimax, and it may well go down to the final day, but I know this much. Stockport Wycombe final day, that should do Wrexham favours if we still need it. Now, let's take a look at League One, top 6 and the relegation focus. Come on, you'll enjoy this. Remember, hit the button, like, subscribe, join the family, and get in that chat on the watch along. Let's go. So, before we get into the League One matches, top 6 focus and relegation bound teams, take a look at that picture. Team of the week, League One, and your man, Ian O'Connell, 21 shutouts on the season, and he's part of the team of the week from last week. Now, coming up for the games, there is the spread. That's all the games. That's what you got coming. Champions Birmingham City. Well, hey, they're taking on Crawley. Should be another 3 points for the Blues. A different kind of blue. Wycombe Wanderers on the road at Bolton. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Bolton need the points for the playoffs. Wycombe need the points to stay with Wrexham. It's going to be a battle. It could go either way. Charlton in 5th, unbeaten in 4th, welcoming Northampton Town. And Northampton Town need the points to stay away from the relegation zone. This looks like another win for Athletic. Fourth place Stockport, unbeaten in 4 and absolutely on fire right now. Travel to Peterborough. Peterborough, Kings from last weekend at Wembley, taking out Birmingham 2-0. Will they be celebrating still? Who knows? But this is going to be a tough one for Stockport. You never know what's going to happen, but can they go 5 wins back to back? Sixth place Reading, very much a dark horse for the playoffs if you ask me, coming into some decent form, 1 loss in 5. Welcome 12th place Lincoln City, also 1 loss in 5. I'd be looking for Reading to get something here. And your very own Wrexham in 2nd, 6 unbeaten. Welcome in 21st place Bristol Rovers, 6 losses back to back. Take Wrexham, and this one could be quite a decent score. Check out the match prediction as we move through, and also the game talk to finish off. We are alive at the rough end, the business end, squeaky bum time season. This is when it happens. We're alive. We're in there, and we're going to be bossing it. And I tell you, what happened against Burton, I could see that happening here against Bristol too. I tell you, I really could. Take on their head-to-head. Let's go. And once again, I ask you and I say, please like, subscribe, and hit all notifications. Pass it around. Let's get this family growing again. 3,000 is the next target. Now, head-to-head. Let's take a look. Looking at the head-to-head so far, you've got to ask yourself, historically, where it all began. Yes, 1962, the first match. Also, the first win, first loss was 1963. A bad day was 1982, but as you see, the best day was, in fact, that first day. Back then, 1962, Wrexham 5, Bristol Rovers 2. Let's take a look at the next 5, or the final 5, I should say, starting with the first 4 of those final 5 matches. There you go. In lights is what it is. We've got to ask ourselves one question. Who's bossing this? Who won the last match? And as you can see, it's even Stevens. Bragging rights, nobody has them. Let's take a look at the head-to-head. Overall, who's winning the matches, the draws, and the losses? So ask yourself, Wrexham, how many wins have you had all time? 18, not so shabby. How many draws? 8. So the final question, Bristol Rovers fans, on a terrible season, you got to ask yourself, do you have more than 18 wins or less? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go, 17. So Wrexham is in fact bossing historically the head-to-head, but recently the final match was a 1-1 draw. Let's see who wins. Looking at it straight on, a win for Bristol evens it up completely. A win for Wrexham takes them to 19-17. So yeah, Wrexham narrowly bossing their head-to-head, but hey, bossing it nonetheless. And the last match was a draw, so someone's got to come out with a win, right, and get the bragging rights for the rest of the season. If not, they don't ever play again. So there you go, head-to-head down. Let's take a look at the season in lights. Season in lights is pretty much telling you, Bristol, how your season was, and basically Wrexham, how wonderful this season is. Wrexham is a season full of streaks. Take a look. Let's go. So remember, Friday, we're going to go on a watch-along one more time. I want you to be there with me. Come on, join me Friday. And if you got to work, put your buds in and don't let the boss see you. I'll keep you well informed. Now, season in lights for these two teams. Let's take a look at Wrexham first of all. As it says up above, 11 unbeaten streaks and currently 6 unbeaten. It is an impressive season. There's no other way to describe it. The last 10 is 70%, the last 5 is 73%. But season-wise, you've got to say this is a very impressive season, probably better than most of us would have anticipated. But we can keep this going, and with 4 left, we can stay unbeaten till the end of the season. That definitely will give us promotion. Now, take a look at the Pirates. Yes, Bristol Rovers. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. If you look at the form recently, I did say that they were going to slip into the bottom 3 and Burton would jump above them. That has happened last weekend. But recently, Bristol Rovers, 6 losses back to back. The last 10, 23%. The last 5, 0% pointage. Well, that'll sink any ship. And that's exactly what's happening to Bristol Rovers. The season with 24 losses is looking like they're going from League 1 to League 2 with a loss at the Stoke Russ. Yeah, the good, the bad and the ugly, it all comes out there. 0%. 0% in the last 5. Well, 0% in the last 6, actually, if you really want it. But tough. Talk about the wrong time of the season to start losing heavy matches and matches back-to-back. Bristol, if they'd have gathered a couple of wins in them 6 matches, they wouldn't be in the relegation zone. And they probably would be close to, say, teams like Wigan or Northampton, perhaps. They're not. And it is relegation. They are going to go down. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt at all. But take a look at the match prediction. This is what I'm seeing. This is the score I'm looking at. This is where you want to put your money. Oh, yeah. Yes, my friend. Remember, Friday, join me. And if you got to work, I got you back. Now, talking about the match prediction, the best I see Bristol Rovers doing on the day is probably a 1-1. But let's get realistic. The game starts with 1. It could go to 2. It could go to 3. And quite possibly, we could see more like the 4-1 we had against Northampton not so long ago. But I definitely see 3 points coming home. So there you go. I do see a win for Wrexham. I really do. 1-0's the start line, absolutely. But this should be more. This should be more. If you can't put a team down like this at this time of the season when you really need to get it done and you're the home team, 15 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses on the season, 49 points at home all season, those numbers need to bring and secure another 3 points. I'm sure they will. But when you put class against a team that is fighting for their lives and probably going to League Two, like we said last week and weeks before, then you really have to say the class and the cream always rises to the top. Remember one thing, form is temporary, class is permanent, and that's what Wrexham are. They're a class outfit. They've been moulded by Phil Parkinson beautifully. I know he's got a few guys and girls out there that don't appreciate sometimes the tactics, and I am one of those with the long ball. But a lot of other things that Parky's done, he's done very well. And with a 61.11% winning record, who can argue, yeah? I mean, those are Fergie numbers. Those are Mourinho numbers, yeah? So you might not like what he does all the time, but he's steering this ship beautifully. And like I say, this match here is definitely a match where we got to grab 3 points. We have a fantastic opportunity to get them 3 points. And if we do, pray that Bolton have a great day and that Wickham slip up again. And Wickham have terrible hard games towards the end of the season. These last 4 may well break Wickham. If not during the first 3, maybe on the last day against Stockport. But know this, moving towards the end of the season, Wrexham is in a fantastic slot. They couldn't be in a better position, even if you dreamed about it. They've got their destiny in their own hands. Everything is on track. 2 home, 2 away. Stay undefeated. Win your home games. You could draw the road games and still go up. And as for Charlton, and as for Stockport, they've got a long way to go before they can pass either Wickham or Wrexham. So get ready for it, because I tell you what, this is going to be a super match. It really is. I'm expecting a ferocious noise from the crowd. We've really got to have volume in the crowd. Lots of beautiful Welsh singing all the way through. And by the time 90 minutes plus comes through, I'm hoping there's another 3 points, not taking it for granted, but I'm hoping there's another 3 points we can add to our tally and go higher with the points tally until we can't be caught. Within 3 games, I think you'll see it's going to be very close to being done. And it all really relies on us worrying about what we've got to do, not what anybody else has to do. We've got to focus on us. And if we do, I'm sure in 4 games' time, you, I, and a lot of people worldwide are going to be smiling big time. So remember this. It's Wrexham. It's Bristol Rovers. It's the Stoke Kailas. Let's have it. Cheers. So remember, Friday, we're going to go on a watch-along one more time. I want you to be there with me. Come on, join me Friday. And if you got to work, put your buds in and don't let the boss see you. I'll keep you well informed.